Hello, welcome to this new episode of my Game Boy collection. We're back on the Game Boy Advance today, and yet again, still on the 90s cartoon section as it were, with yet another Tiny Toon Adventures game, though I swear it's the very last one in the series. So let's see what this new game has to offer. In the 3 previous episodes, we explored all the Game Boy games that I got of my all-time favorite 90s cartoon, Tiny Toon Adventures. As a big fan of Tiny Toon, it was no wonder that I got all of the games in Game Boy, and when I got the Game Boy Advance SP, I was looking for new games to play on it. There have been some Tiny Toon related games on the Game Boy Color, but they didn't seem like any good, so I went straight to the Game Boy Advance section and got this game, Tiny Toon Adventures Buster's Bad Dream. I got this game as the rest Tiny Toon Adventures games online. Released in 2002, this game would be the last Tiny Toon Adventure game to be released in any console. And indeed, this being 10 years or so after the show was discontinued, the fact that it exists shows the everlasting popularity of the Tiny Toon. The game is essentially a beat-em-up game, but really funny at that. You play as Buster Bunny, but you also can summon the aid of another major Tiny Toon cartoon character. By the use of boxing techniques, crazy combos and colorful specials, you fight your way through each stage, with every 2 level followed up by a boss. I really like how each character's specialty is unique and so in par with the character itself. You got strong characters like this Devil and Sneezer but with a slow casting rate, or less strong ones like Babs and Plucky with an immediate effect. Some characters aid Buster Bunny himself, such as Shirley the Loon and Hampton. The whole game is really thought out, and I really like how the setting relies heavily on a Tiny Toon special, How I Spent My Vacation. By far the greatest VHS TV movie I ever saw. The game has great flow and graphics, and the game mechanics are excellent and fun, and it has really great replayability, as you can play the game in 3 difficulty levels and with many different Tiny Toon characters. Since I got it, I've played it countless times, and I think it is one of these rare occasions of a game where I finished it on all 3 difficulty settings and not just, let's say, easy and normal. The game also has a really easy to master password system that allows you to navigate through the levels. What I like about it is that the password combinations are so easy to use that you can randomly get to a level and start playing at once, which is really great once you mastered the game anyway. It is a game that never gets old, and it is definitely one of my all-time favorites in the Game Boy Advance. Even if you're not that much of a fan of this great TV show of the 90s, I think this game is definitely a must-have, as you will spend the countless hours playing it. Comparing this to the other 3 Tiny Toon games I got on the Game Boy, I think Bab's Big Break is my favorite, mostly for its sentimental value, but this game is a really close second. So let's see how our list goes now. There are some changes to be had here. As you can see, the chronological list has been updated, and the rank list has changed, with Tiny Toon Adventures ranking first in the list. Even though I am a huge fan of the Lord of the Rings, and the 2 previous Game Boy Advance games in my collection are really great, I ranked Tiny Toon first because it is the game that I've played the most out of the 3. Still, it's a small margin as the other 2 games are great as well. So this is it for now. If you like my channel, make sure you subscribe, and well, if you really like it, you can also consider supporting me on Patreon. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about this game or any other part of the series in general. Cheers!